How are we all doing? Good? Good.
When you look at the last time you faced the Rams, there was a lot of explosive plays. As you diagnose those plays, do they all come back to the same thing, something similar, or were there different reasons for them?
There was a few different reasons, and some of it's just execution, some of it's communication, some of it's just angles and allowing people to run. So there's a few different reasons here and there that we have to clean up.
When you look at a film like that, how much of the reaction is, I knew that, right? And I should have been there, versus I was totally fooled on that play?
Yeah, I think when you look at tape, it just kind of irks you at times when you see like plays against you that happen. But you got to look at it critically and fix it and understand what we got to do and how we got to play it and these different things and just get over it.
Stafford's no-look passes, how do you combat these?
Sorry, I couldn't hear you.
Stafford's no-look passes, how do you combat,
They're difficult. Like, he's an elite player that knows how to manipulate people, and you have to kind of own your area and get ready for it. But he can do it at any given moment. It's the reason why he is who he is. He's great.
They didn't have Devontae last time. They have him back now. But similarly, like they've used the three tight ends so heavily as well. Like, how do you expect them to kind of mix things and maybe be different than last time? Or do you they put up 580? Like, I mean, they're going to do a lot of that stuff too.
Yeah, I think like you have to look at what they're doing now when he's back and how they're playing and how they've used him in the past and how other people have been featured when he's out and how well they've done. They do a great job of utilizing their personnel, and you see kind of the respect you've got to have for these guys is that other people come in and play at a very high level. So like you just have to be ready to execute and be ready to play who you have to play. Bring down, but his understanding of what's in front of him, the speed that he plays with, the release that he gets the ball out with. He's one of the best O-linemen on the field.
You guys had a really high percentage this year of getting pressure on your stunts and things like that, like versus the time, just analytically anyway. What is sort of in a general sense the key to kind of devising a good stunt or executing good stunts?
Selflessness, like execution of how you help your brother and how you set him free, and communication pre-snap and understanding what you're doing. Like, to me, that's the execution of good game running. Like, it's about working together. Like, I know it's such a simple answer, but anything I've been around that does that is the guys become connected and they know how to work with each other. They know different guys do things different ways. You can't cookie cutter something and say they're all going to do something. Like, Leo is a lot different to Byron, so he doesn't do it the same way. And it's like D Hall needs to know that, and Law needs to know that, and they need to put work in together to work out who can do it with who, and you work like that.
Selflessness is something that's come up a lot with the guys this year, and you mentioned it, players have mentioned it, Leo brought it up this week. It's easy to talk about, but how do you get guys to actually buy in to do that? Is that them? Is that coaching? How do you get them to play like that?
I think it's Mike. Like, he creates an environment where you can be yourself, that he creates a vision that we all want to follow, and every day we push to get there. And I think the more you do that and the more you drive towards something, and like they see, not they, but the people in the environment, coaches and players, see how hard you work for something. If you own your role, you respect that, and that energy is contagious, and it just flows through. And I think that's what builds trust, being consistent every day, the same person.
Not that you guys don't switch personnel on defense, but like a lot of the times you're in nickel, you're going to be with your guys out there. A lot of times defenses are trying to match personnel groups across the way. The fact that you can just be like, this is what we do, this is what we got. How much does that kind of help to have this defense maybe peaked where the guys are doing what they're doing, they kind of know they're out there, it's going to be these guys out there, and kind of have that all kind of work together?
Yeah, it does help a lot. It helps. Like, the front changes a little bit in certain situations, but having the guys out there, Nick's versatility allows you to kind of do a lot of different things in the same grouping of people, which helps. And it's just how we play.
You guys started the first game with explosive runs, the second game with some successful early down runs. What do you guys have to do to start the game better defending the run?
Yeah, I think it's not just the run. I think it's everything. We need to understand that we need to get our cleats in the ground, understand what we're doing, understand where our keys are, and get ready to play. I think if we can do that, we can be way more successful in situations. But you make a great point.
You guys started to get after Stafford in the second half of that second game, but no sacks in the two games. How much
Thanks.
did you chalk up? How much did you chalk up to, like, hey, the ball's just getting out quickly, there's not a whole lot you can do, versus there are things you can do?
Yeah, there's definitely things you can do. Like, you got you got to win quicker at times. You've got to understand the down and distance you're in. You've got to understand how you work together and all these things. And sometimes I've got to put the guys in a better position. There's mixes of things but we do say like pressure and hits do matter. They matter. So like you've just got to keep pressing and it will come. Like you don't chase sacks, you just got to rush, and that's how it works.
Their O-line isn't like chock full of all pros or anything, but they're a good group. What kind of stands out about the way that they do it to find their success?
Yeah, they play tough. They get off the ball in the run game, which allows them to kind of stay in front of the sticks, and the ball comes out quite fast, and they make decisive decisions. I think they play well together. They pass off games at times well. They're a good group.
They were so aggressive on fourth down starting last game. How does that change, setting the team up mindset-wise going into this one?
Yeah, I don't think that changes. Like I think like in today's game, you got to be ready for everyone going on in situations. And I think we've done a good job of that. But like that's that depth zone football mentality that we talk about. You have to constantly be ready to go. Like these are games where people are trying to win. There is no out. The only outcome is winning. So like it's like in those moments, you got to be ready to bow up and go.
DeMarcus had another forced fumble where he's chasing a guy from behind. From when you're watching him, is there like a sense of anticipation when he's closing on a guy?
On that one, yeah, definitely. Like I was watching the play, and I was trying to go inside, and as I saw him go inside, I kind of caught Law's color coming around the edge, and I was like, "This out." It was. So no, it's cool thing to see.
When do you know a game has presented itself? Is it the plays? When do you get a feel of how the game is going? Is it the time? Is it all the plays you've looked at that they ran?
Yeah, I think it's different things. At times, like it presents itself like you prepared and it kind of is the game plan that you thought. And at times it's like, okay, we need to adjust. This is what they're doing. At times it's like certain players are playing extremely well. We can do different things. Certain players aren't playing as well. And I think every game presents itself in different ways, and it's how fast you can see that allows you to be successful early on.
Are those like plan B's, C's built into the game plan every week? Like you go into it thinking, hey, we might have to like really shift gears here?
Not as much, I wouldn't say. At times they're built in, but it's more like us discussing it, us adjusting, and us getting things fixed. Like you have to find answers, because when you're playing against really well-coached teams, they're looking for answers too. So like someone's game plan's right, and it's like, okay, now the next person needs to adapt, the next person needs to adapt, and it's a constant flow of that, I think.
Anything else?
We good?
Thank you.
Hey,
Thank you.
take care, guys.